I am Michael. I love to recycle. I do it with my bicycle. I do it from my tricycle. I do it in the summertime, or even when there's an icicle. I place it all in a special bin. Plastic bottles, glass, and paper, again and again. Keep them together, rinsed and cleaned, but no plastic bags, please, or you'll damage the machines. So join me and your neighbors. Recycling's no chore. Check out the new website to find out some more.
The College Now Resource Center is here to help adult learners and traditional students achieve their educational goals. 65% of open jobs in Ohio require higher education, but only 39% of adults have at least an associate's degree.
I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know how to get there. College Now opened so many doors for me and helped me through the process.
College Now provides free counseling on college planning, career training, financial aid, and student loan consolidation. It's never too late to take control of your future, so stop into the College Now Resource Center today.
Thanks for tuning in to TV20's Weekly News Wrap-Up. I'm Leah Haslage. Cleveland City Council's legislative session wrapped on June 8th, breaking for summer, but Council President Kevin Kelly spoke to the media in a Q&A session at City Hall to address what has been accomplished at this time and what is still in store for our great city.
Recently, the council, we're focusing on, and we focused this last session on inclusion and being an open and welcoming city. As you know, recently we passed domestic partner benefits for same-sex couples. We did that, just recently. As Councilman Simperman is working very hard, and he's got the full support of the council president and leadership team in terms of making the plight of refugees a top priority and making the city of Cleveland a destination city for refugees.
Topics ranging from healthcare to the housing crisis, the economy to the RNC were also addressed in the session. You can catch the full discussion with Council President Kelly on our TV20 YouTube channel. As part of Mayor Frank Jackson's Office of Capital Projects Street Resurfacing Program, East 22nd Street between Orange Avenue and Euclid Avenue is undergoing a complete rehabilitation to provide for more efficient movement of pedestrians, vehicles, and bicyclists. Chief Operating Officer for the City of Cleveland, Darnell Brown, addressed the media on the developments involved in this new venture.
It's an issue of looking at our pavement management program and it telling us of the secondary streets in the City of Cleveland, which ones should be priority for resurfacing. So this one scored high on our internal review process program. And so this, along with 7 other streets around the Cleveland area, were selected for resurfacing as part of NOACA-TAM contribution for this year. The road surface will be rebuilt. We'll have new curbs, we'll have new sidewalks, we'll have new handicap ramps, and then there'll be streetscape elements. And so there'll be tree plantings, a number of landscape elements, sidewalk bike lanes, and so it'll be pretty much a complete street when we finish it in terms of how we address it.
There's now an app in effect to track the city's progress on both resurfacing and pothole repairs within the community, which you can access through the City of Cleveland's website at city.cleveland.oh.us. Harvest for Hunger is one of the largest annual community-wide food and fund drives in the nation. It provides critical resources to local hunger relief organizations in 21 counties in Northeast and Central Ohio. Hundreds of schools, nonprofits, governmental entities, and companies participated in this year's campaign. An event was held at the Ariel International Center to thank those gracious sponsors involved and to announce a new record for the 2015 year.
We're not just providing food. we're providing much more. It's hope, strength, it's nutrition, and it's love with every meal that goes out into our community. And each and every one of you here today, all of you here this morning, are making that possible.
The Northeast Ohio community heard our message, showed incredible support for the campaign. Through the mail and checkout lines at the grocery store, online, at their workplace, and in person, Neighbors Helping Neighbors contributed more than $4.7 million.
The Youth in Philanthropy Award was handed out at the event to Charlie Bates, a recent graduate of Shaker Heights High School who has and will continue to work to help improve our community. For more information, visit greaterclevelandfoodbank.org. Hold on to your grocery bags. Changes are coming to Cleveland's West Side Market. An announcement was recently made by local officials considering adding Sunday hours, creating Wednesday evening hours, and charging for parking. An effort to tackle the Market District's parking issues could yield many additional spaces between now and 2017. A city commission formed by Mayor Frank Jackson started considering some of these topics 2 years before the Market Centennial in 2012. Ward 3 Councilman Joe Simperman plans to introduce legislation to allow changes to parking. The executive director of Ohio City Incorporated, Tom McNair, weighed in by stating, "The West Side Market is one of the crown jewels of Cleveland. If we want to maintain it as an authentic grocery store for the next 100 years, we need to maintain it as accessible to people." Visit our blog, TV20cleveland.com, for further information on this story. Speaking of parking rates at City of Cleveland garages and meters have officially increased, effective as of June 15th. Legislation that was passed in early 2015 permitted the Division of Parking to increase the rates in order to add additional revenue to pay for the maintenance of the lots and upgrades to the meter technology. Rates are up 25 cents to $1, and for a full listing and additional information, visit the city's blog at clecityhall.com. Summer officially kicked off in the City of Cleveland with the opening of multiple indoor and outdoor recreation center pools, which are both free and open to the public. Indoor pools will follow regularly scheduled hours, and outdoor pools are now open Wednesdays through Sundays from noon to 7:30 until the second weekend in August. For more information, visit the City of Cleveland's website at city.cleveland.oh.us. As we continue into the summer months, the temperature and humidity will be on the rise. Senior citizens are often the most vulnerable to the drastic temperature changes. Some tips to consider are to stay out of direct sunlight, limit physical activity, drink plenty of water, avoid caffeine and alcohol, and wear loose-fitting clothing. Warning signs of heat stroke include fainting, nausea, fast pulse rate, and flushed skin. No one should be in a parked car for any period of time. If you would like to receive a copy of the Summer Heat Information Booklet, contact the Department of Aging at 216-664-2833 and visit the City of Cleveland's website for more information. When we return to the weekly news wrap-up, we're going to see how our students are getting to have some fun while learning this summer with CMSD TV reporter Shannon Kantner.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Being a geek has never been cooler thanks to the Geek Squad Academy, and more than 100 students learned that firsthand at Miles Park School this summer. Take a look at this free 2-day camp that gives students a taste of the latest technology and what their futures might hold. This isn't your typical summer camp.
We're learning how to do digital music, filming, and scripts, and we're also learning programming and robotics.
not to mention 3D printing, plus a workshop focused on digital citizenship, about cyberbullying and how to be safe online.
It feels great because like you've never done this before and you want to accomplish something new, and so when you do this, it makes you feel good.
More than 100 students attended the free 2-day academy at Miles Park, giving them a chance to get hands-on with new technology rather than just stare at it.
If I didn't go here, I'd probably be at home just watching TV. But this took me out of the house and showed me some new experience and gave me some new skills.
Those new skills included producing their own original music, writing, filming, and editing their own movies, and designing 3D model houses.
Any underserved community, under-resourced community, we try to get in here. And what's so unique about our program is that everything that we teach, these are free resources. So we want to ignite what's possible through technology in these youth. So in our 3D printing class, we use free software and we give them a flash drive so that they can go to a local library to print and continue to build upon their design.
And build upon their future. After every academy they host across the country, the Geek Squad hopes students leave feeling inspired about a career in technology.
About 10 million of the jobs that will exist in the future do not exist right now. And for a lot of these youth, the jobs that their parents have will not exist when they're in the workforce. So to get them inspired young will allow them to understand that you can have a career in this field, and it's such a booming industry that if you start early, you can grow and have much success later in life. We've been coming here for about 5 years. We actually had a youth to come back and say, I was a part of this program and I just got accepted into a university and I'm going into a technology field. Even if we touch one person, mission accomplished.
In that case, mission accomplished.
It can help me because I'm probably about to go into like engineering in the Army or something, and that can help me in the future. Say that one day the janitor's out sick and the school computer's down, I can reprogram it and work it up.
Many students left with ideas for projects they could do next year at the camp and said they couldn't wait to be even geekier. Reporting from the CMSD TV studio, I'm Shannon Kantner.
Thanks, Shannon. When we return to the weekly news wrap-up, we'll get an update on how our sports teams are doing with reporter Christian Patterson.
The first time you ride the RTA Health Line to University Circle, you may wonder, what should I do with my bag? Can I put it on the seat next to me? What if someone wants to sit there? Will they just scooch it over? Ask me to move it? Is there a please move your bag signal that I'm unaware of? Maybe my bag is taking someone's regular seat. Maybe I'm taking someone's regular seat. Did I just set off a regular seat chain reaction and now everyone's mad at me? Or is this my regular seat? Yeah, I could get used to this. It's easier than you think, Cleveland. RTA, get ready to ride.
If you store your guns properly, I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
I won't have to tell so many family members. I'm sorry.
I won't hear as many scary stories.
And I won't have to tell my kids. This isn't a drill.
Please.
Please, do it for us.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always, lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
Welcome back to TV20's Weekly News Wrap-Up. I'm Christian Patterson, and here's a look at what's going on in sports. Starting the season with very high expectations, the Cleveland Cavaliers endured a very bumpy road to the 2015 NBA Finals. Cavs general manager David Griffin did a magnificent job as the prime architect of building a championship-caliber team. Here's a quick look at the Cavs' end-of-the-season media session where Griffin summed up the 2014-2015 season.
The injuries that we went through were obviously really significant. The trades we made mid-season were significant. Introducing 13 new players to start the year was significant. A new coaching staff, obviously something that was going to take time to grow. And I think what you saw in a team that went to Game 6 of the finals this year was a team that embodied everything about the spirit that we wanted this group to be about. They were highly competitive, and more than anything else, they sacrificed for one another in a way that I think speaks incredibly highly of Coach Blatt and his staff, certainly of the character of the roster that we had, of the leadership we had from LeBron, Mike Miller, James Jones, Kendrick Perkins, to the talent that we had on this roster when we were fully healthy, Kyrie and Kevin as part of the big three. We did some things that were really special when that group was together healthy, and I know we're all incredibly excited about moving forward with that group. So in a broad stroke sort of way, I would tell you we very much intend to keep this group together. That group was 33-3 in their last 36 games, including the playoffs, when the big three were healthy.
And when head coach David Blatt was asked about his relationship with LeBron James, here's what he had to say.
I can tell you one thing, it's been a lot of fun on a number of different levels. It's not just the challenging aspect, it's having the opportunity to work with a truly special player. I mean, one of the most, if not the most special players of all time. I mean, that's not a small thing. And it's invigorating and exhilarating, in all honesty.
Well, the 2015 NBA draft is now behind us, and the Cleveland Cavaliers used their 24th overall pick to select Tyus Jones, freshman point guard from Duke. The Cavs then traded Jones to the Minnesota Timberwolves, and in return, the Cavs received Minnesota's 31st and 36th overall picks, which they selected Cedi Osman and Rakeem Christmas. 1964 was an amazing year for the Cleveland Browns franchise. Heading into the 1964 NFL Championship, the Cleveland Browns were a heavy underdog competing against the Baltimore Colts and star quarterback Johnny Unitas. As we all know, the Cleveland Browns were victorious in this 1964 championship game. But what the city didn't know at the time was that title would be the start of a drought. 51 years later, Clevelanders still cherish the memory.
We're so excited. It's a little bittersweet. We're closing the 1964 when Brownstown was Titletown. I should know the title at this point. It's been a fantastic run. We were so excited to be able to welcome everyone back. We haven't all been in this situation since we opened the exhibit back in September.
The exhibit featured items from the Cleveland Browns, Pro Football Hall of Fame, and several other private collectors. Artifacts such as Jim Brown's 1964 signed contract, signed jerseys, helmets, and footballs, a locker from the 1964 locker room, never-before-seen footage, and pictures from the game and the 1964 championship ring. Hall of Famer and Browns legend Paul Warfield experienced Titletown firsthand.
For me, back in 1954, to be a first-year player coming right out of college and to not only start for a football team, but to play on a championship team, that was the biggest thing that ever happened at that point in my sports life.
Former players who weren't a part of the championship team admired all the rich history the exhibit presented.
I get goosebumps when I hear Bland Collier talk, when I see some of the runs that Paul Warfield and catches that Paul Warfield and Gary Collins made, Leroy Kelly. I mean, it just takes me back to that time. And seeing this exhibit touches that, and we feel good about being here and being among people who really appreciate the 64 championship team.
You know, I'm a little biased, but I honestly don't believe any other city has more committed fans
who've endured pain, had the pleasures of the past, and still have hope despite all of it. And so no matter where they are, I think there was a study that said that Cleveland's fans are international, particularly Browns fans, and nobody beats us. But we got to continue to show the support, and every once in a while, just when we get a little bit too depressed, come to something like this to remind us that we have won and we'll continue to win.
The Cleveland Gladiators paid homage to the Cleveland Cavaliers during their game against the Tampa Bay Storm on Cavs night at Quicken Loans. Here's an inside look at Cavs night at the Q.
Go Gladiators! Go Gladiators!
The team paid tribute to the Cavs' great run during the 2014-2015 regular season and the playoffs, where they made a run to the NBA Finals by featuring all things Cavs. The Gladiators even sported specialty wine and gold Cavs-themed jerseys, just a token of appreciation to let the Cavs know the entire city is still all in.
Well, the civic pride in Cleveland's huge. I mean, to have the camaraderie and the community of the teams with the Cavs and the Indians and the Browns and the Gladiators, everybody. I mean, that's kind of what makes Cleveland Cleveland. So having us pay homage to the Cavaliers at the Q with the Gladiators is just kind of makes sense to me. This is family, so this is what we do.
The Cleveland Gladiators were defeated by the Tampa Bay Storm 52-48 in a hard-fought battle which came down to the final seconds of regulation. The score was pretty close the entire game. The Gladiators took a 48-37 lead with under 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. But Tampa Bay responded with a touchdown of their own and a 2-point conversion pass to cut the lead to 48-45. Then Tampa Bay recovered an onside kick attempt, setting up a game-winning drive that resulted in a touchdown pass with 2.5 seconds left on the clock. Tampa Bay crept back in the game and won 52-48. Well, that's all I have for your TV20 Weekly Sports Wrap-Up. When we return from break, we'll have more with Leah.
I am Michael. I love to recycle. I do it with my bicycle. I do it from my tricycle. I do it in the summertime, or even when there's an icicle. I place it all in a special bin. Plastic bottles, glass, and paper, again and again. Keep them together, rinsed and cleaned, but no plastic bags, please, or you'll damage the machines. So join me and your neighbors. Recycling's no chore. Check out the new website to find out some more.
This is the moment I knew his future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to TV20's Weekly News Wrap-Up. The 25th Annual Fiesta of Hope Scholarship Luncheon, presented by Esperanza, was recently held at the Cleveland Renaissance Hotel to commemorate the success of Hispanic students in our area. Esperanza began in the 1980s and represents a model for overcoming educational barriers and ensuring a quality education for Hispanics in the community by motivating them and recognizing their academic achievements.
Our programs target the root causes of dropping out, and most importantly, in my opinion, we re-engage families and parents in the educational process. Our organization has also grown tremendously over the last 5 years. We've tripled our budget and clients served. We've more than doubled our staff and space, and we've grown our scholarships from 60 in 2010 to 106 today.
The name is perfectly named, Esperanza, Giving Hope. And we have a scholarship in my mom and dad's name, and I couldn't be a bigger supporter of it. And I have given speeches in my own community where I say that Esperanza is the most important organization in the Hispanic community, and then been criticized by other groups, including my own board, the Hispanic Roundtable. But that notwithstanding, Esperanza is the most important organization in the Hispanic community.
And when I see students like these guys at Columbia University, CSU, and a lot of the other scholars here tonight, or this afternoon, it's just a great feeling to know that we're giving opportunity to people who really are going to do something with it and make something great in their lives. And I know that it's a big burden for you guys to carry, but there's no doubt that you guys are going to do great things.
We spoke to one of the scholarship award recipients, Jacob Rivera, on what advice he would give to fellow students.
You know, if we let other students know that they just keep the faith and know that they can do it, they can do it. I came from, you know, the inner city schools. I push forward, and sometimes we have challenges, but as long as, you know, we have the Lord next to us, we can keep on going.
For more information, visit esperanzainc.org. The Cleveland Museum of Natural History recently hosted a groundbreaking ceremony to unveil the new Perkins Wildlife Center in Woods Garden. The museum's trustees and leadership, as well as Mayor Frank Jackson, shared inspiring remarks about the vision for the new museum, visitor attraction, and their own personal connection to the almost century-old institution.
And when I come to this museum and I bring my grandchildren, it really humbles me to know where I really fit in the spectrum of things. And it's not that, I'm not that important, except for the moment. And so I really do love this museum for what it does in terms of educating and really what I believe giving us a perspective on who we are and what we are as we move through civilization.
And there is a need today for science education that includes real science. The opportunity to hold a mastodon tooth in your hands, to walk underneath a dinosaur, to go out into the yard and dig up a few bugs and worms and find out what's actually in there in the dirt. We want to engage and inspire children of all ages and build on that curiosity that drives all of us.
It is this kind of early age impact that only can be had in a museum like this. It underscores the importance of our Inspire education program, where all second graders will spend a day in this institution integrated into their curriculum with a field trip to follow. This museum makes a huge impact on the education and the exposure to science of young people.
The new Perkins Wildlife Center in Woods Garden is slated for completion in 2020, which is the museum's centennial year. For more information, you can visit cmnh.org. Nearly 1,500 Northeast Ohio students recently read more than 75,000 books as part of Cleveland State University's 50 Book Challenge. They were invited to read 50 books between September 2014 and May of 2015, all in celebration of CSU's 50th anniversary. The Office of CSU's College of Education and Human Services sponsored the contest and provides resources to local school districts and education-oriented programs. Taylor Drake of Glendale Primary School in Bedford was this year's champion, reading 700 books, and received tickets to Kalahari Water Park as her prize. Students who participated in the 50 Book Challenge kept track of their progress in reading journals that were then submitted at the end of the academic year. Congrats to those kids. Cleveland's long-running technology and arts festival, Ingenuity Fest, has recently announced their dates and a new location. The 11th annual Ingenuity Fest will be Friday, October 2nd through Sunday, October 4th, and the new location will be Voinovich Park, and they'll be partnering with both the Great Lakes Science Center and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum. Emily Applebaum, the event's new program director, indicated that, "I don't think we wouldn't go back to a reclaimed space in the future, but right now downtown is changing so much, and based on what was available, it made sense to change to a smaller, more focused festival on the waterfront." Ingenuity Fest is free and open to the public, and there will be more than 100 performers, artworks, and artists to enjoy. For more information, you can visit ingenuitycleveland.com. And continuing with that, there's always something going on in the city of Cleveland, and here's a list of activities and events you can enjoy. Summertime is the perfect time to enjoy your lunch outside, and we know the perfect spot for you to go.
It's the official kickoff of Food Truck Friday. Tell us about this great feature that runs all summer.
Well, it's a lunchtime celebration of wonderful food trucks and music provided by Rock Capital. And we go from June 5th, which is today, until October the 9th. And every Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. we'll be at the Free Stamp, and we want everybody from the city of Cleveland to come out. Food Truck Friday is part of Mayor Frank G. Jackson's Art and Everything initiative, and we want to make the mayor happy, so we all want to come out and support Food Truck Friday. I love it. This is about the 4th Food Truck Friday. It's my 2nd Food Truck Friday. I got my #1 trucks out every week, and people come out and enjoy.
Now, it's not just about the food, too. There's other things involved, like music.
Yeah, we have Rock Capital. We'll be providing some of the top bands in the state of Ohio every Friday from 11 a.m. to 2. A lot of local bands like Shade Flex featuring Davidian C. Pearl, who's my personal saxophone player. And there are other great bands. Today we're starting out with the Hestones.
Now, to come down here is, of course, free. And then how many food trucks can we kind of expect every week?
Normally I have 8 food trucks every week, and sometimes if I cancel, I may have 1 or 2 less. But I try to get somebody to fill in if a food truck cancels, and usually I can because it's such a great event. And the food trucks, they love it. They love being here.
And such a variety of food.
A variety of food. We've got barbecue, we've got gyros, we've got tacos, we've got hot dogs, we got burgers. Whatever you want, we got it at Food Truck Friday.
Got it all.
Got it all.
And this is not just for people that work downtown, but if you live downtown or just visiting too.
Anybody, just if you're downtown and you want to take a walk, come up out by the Free Stamp and join us for Food Truck Friday. Get some good food and some great music.
I know it's hard to believe that the 4th of July is already here, and that usually means people playing with fireworks. The misuse of them can result in burns, fires, even death. Use of fireworks is illegal, not just in the city of Cleveland, but the whole state of Ohio. It is encouraged to attend a public display conducted by trained and licensed professionals. For more information, visit the Division of Fire's website at city.cleveland.oh.us and have a fun and safe 4th of July. If you'd like to see more of these stories in their entirety, tune in to TV20's Around Town and just check our schedule for times. That's all for your TV20 Weekly News Wrap-Up. I'm Leah Hasledge. Thanks for watching. Now stay tuned for the bottom line up front with City of Cleveland Media Relations Director Dan Williams.
God, what a transition from Manhattan apartment to a downtown Cleveland apartment. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Hi, I'm Leah Haslage, and this is Straight from City Hall. Today, the United States Supreme Court made a key decision regarding marriage equality. This decision will help move our country forward in the right direction, guaranteeing that everyone has the right to marry whom they choose and receive the same benefits of legal marriage as do their neighbors, relatives, and friends. This is the right decision for our country and for Cleveland. I have long been a supporter of marriage equality, and I am happy for all those whose lives are impacted. This is Straight from City Hall. For TV20, I'm Leah Haslage. Thanks for watching TV20. We are Cleveland.
Mayor Frank Jackson and the City of Cleveland are committed to keeping your neighborhood clean and green through the use of the city-issued trash and recycling carts. It's safe, convenient, and mandatory. For more information, contact the Cleveland Division of Waste Collection at 216-664-3717.
Hi, I'm Cleveland City Councilman Zach Reed, and I want to invite you to the 12th Annual Family Unity in the Park Concert and Celebration Show. This year, our musical acts will be Stephanie Mills, the SOS Band, and Evelyn Champagne King. And once again, we will have one of the largest fireworks shows in the city of Cleveland. We have food vendors, we have free health screening, and we have a kiddie park for your young people. So come on out, enjoy yourself at Lukeyster Park on Saturday, July 25th at the Family Unity in the Park Concert and Celebration Show. See you there.